Hello, everybody. I think we're back and at it now. I don't know how much better the interwebs are going to be, but hey, we got a reboot out of this. Hello again, everyone. I hope y'all are still chilling. Thanks for bearing with me as we go through, the very standard technical support on Niche Fighter Monday. Thank you. Thank you. I need it. I need my head pats. I mean, hey, if we're to be believed, we're not dropping frames right now, at least. So, Muse Dash versus mode. That is kind of what it is, isn't it, man? Oh, holy heck. Sweet. All right. All right. Maybe that's all it took. It just took a little bit of encouragement. Oh, God, no. We got hit with the ads again? Ah, shit. That wasn't supposed to happen. I'm sorry, my friends. That's not what... This is what happens. You go offline for just long enough, and Twitch is like, y'all want to do that again, don't ya? Right? Whatever buffer they give you was removed. Yeah, sorry, friends. Twitch just ran those things. I don't know. But yo, we do have Magical Rapture, which is what this game here is called. It kind of came out of nowhere, I think. Going on over how fast the community broke the new Magical Girl game. Is that what happened? Is that what actually happened? I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Zoning, ease of use. All right, so there's like a 5-star ease of use rating. Oh, God, I love this style. This looks so clean. Zoning, power, zoning, tricky, speeder. I mean, I do like some zoop zoop. Yes, Guardian. I will say, fuck Jeff Bezos. I love you guys. Fuck Jeff Bezos. All right. Let's take a look. I have literally just gone into this game so I can test my buttons. So I know that we have flick, something, and something. I don't... What is with this Eternal Champions ass naming convention? I mean... Oh, when they say speedy, they mean it. Look at her go. Alright. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so we have a light, medium, and a heavy. And then I think we have a... Is this like... It's like a magical... What? Okay. Okay. It's like a special attack. Alright, so forward knocks them up like that. We got a dash forward that bounces off. And a charge through. Oh. Ha ha ha! Okay, so you can do it twice. That's nice. Yeah, adding a blonde with a gun. Cooking with gas. Like, with this Sonic the Hedgehog, like, dash drop. That's so funny. Okay. So is that our only... That's our only aerial. We don't have double jumps. And then we have supers? Alright. Do we have two? Let's look at our commit. Whoa, alright. Okay, so we do have multiple... We have... Player 1... Oh no, we only got the one. Okay. And they all consume meter. Okay. Is this just... No, it's not auto combos. Okay. Alrighty. Yes, this one is on Steam. Absolutely. Here, let me... Before we get too deep, let me get y'all the link to Magical Rapture. There's a demo on Steam. Add it to your wishlist. Go check it out. Go break it apart. Andrea Demetra was mentioning in the Discord that this game is very much offense heavy, not many defense options. There are no throws, which I find interesting. Oh, okay. That's fun. So off of, right, so your neutral magic attack puts you airborne like this. But you can do your aerial one to combo into it. Oh my lord, yeah, that can be dangerous, can't it? Because yeah, you can go into down magic in the air. All right. You don't play Yeet Fighter in these streets? I like yeeting people around. I mean, you can still bop them around, it seems. Look at that. Okay, so jump light, jump medium, jump heavy. You know, it's funny. So, as I'm working on the Untitled Digital Basement fighting game, I have been having issues with getting jump cancels working in a way that feels good to me. And like, this feels pretty good, but you do have to delay your jump cancel or like your attack after a jump cancel, right? So like I instinctively want to, I want to hit the button earlier, but you gotta wait a little bit. I'm like, I'm tapping like a whole like 20 frames earlier, right? That's what I want to do. But it makes me feel good, I guess, that I'm not the only one who's like, okay, not exactly how I want it to be. Yeah. It is, no, there's no button remapping in this game, unfortunately, which honestly is one of the things I've always said to developers, where I'm just like, oh my god, please if you're gonna have the public play your game, please allow button remapping. And yeah, Warthog, it absolutely is. I have only uttered that name in private conversation and within the Discord. It's funny. It's not like it's really a secret. If you want to know about the untitled, the not so untitled digital basement fighting game, you should come into the digital basement. Okay. Yeah, you gotta. Okay, so this is fast. This is fast. This is an aggressive game. I'm like casually doing like an ABC, and like my C's not even coming out here. Like I have finished inputting my heavy attack before the medium attack has even halfway done. But once you do that, I mean, that was the first piece of advice that my Marvel head friends gave me when I started playing Marvel 3. Is they were just like, let me watch you do a combo, and they watched me do a combo. And I'm like, I don't get why it's dropping. It's always dropping, right? It's like, it's exactly the inputs you're telling me to do. And they're like, do it faster. And I'm like, I pick up the pace a bit. And they're like, no, faster. Right? And I'm like doing it like twice the speed, 3 times the speed. And they're like, faster. Yes, the Discord that I link in the Twitch chat. I know it doesn't necessarily make much sense why I call it the Untitled Digital Basement Fighting Game when it is very much titled, and but it's one of those things where like I am not quite ready to talk about it completely publicly, so I'm just couching it in those terms. And I don't know, also maybe enticing folks to come in and check it out. Yeah, I think it usually is. I mean, I think it's also a reflection of a lot of people, if they test their game, they probably just test their game and have their game set up in a way that makes sense for them and their controllers. And even in the button, oh, it's not in the command list here. But there is somewhere that tells you... Here we are, right? So, flick, slash, and clash, right? It's like, this is very clearly designed for a pad, and I think this means that you usually have less of it, like, right? It's like you have less of an issue doing it. If you're just playing on a pad and you're handing someone a pad and you show them this, then it's like, it just works. But as soon as you're not there, right? That's always my thing that I tell people, where I'm just like, the instant that you're not there, you have to let people be able to figure it out, and if they can't remap their buttons, they might just not try it, right? Oh, off of this? Oh, wait, do you mean... off of that? Not quite. Yeah, okay, so in the corner, you can just keep going into the corner. That's interesting. Can I... to... Nah. Alright, though this... neutral dash dash... bounce dash dash special. No, okay. Oh, yeah, no, this, like, the game oozes personality. It really does, right? Okay, those are your dashes on the end. All right. Here, let's try another character out. So that was our speeder character. All right. Power. What is the power character like? I mean, she's got a scythe. That's a good start. Ooh. Crouch medium? Nice. I like it. And that's her launcher. Oh, too far for that, though. Okay, interesting. Heh. Oh, they really like these charge forward attacks. All right. That does connect. Ooh. Okay, fireball. What's on neutral again? A different fireball. Interesting. All right. It's good. It's pretty interesting, Mili. I am definitely intrigued. It does seem hyper offensive. Everyone's so freaking fast. Even just like like I said, the pace of input required is hella fast. Okay, that's not even really a launcher. It's not jump cancelable. And so what determines what kind of fireball you get? Oh. Oh, it's that. You charge up with your heavy attack? Or just with every attack, basically. There you go. Not with lights. Oh, no. If you do enough lights, you will get a bonus. Ha! Does that impact all of her specials? Yeah, and that's... Yeah, I didn't even notice her scythe level. That's what it is. Okay. And it does. So it blows up. That might just be more damage. Yeah, it just levels with normal, period. Okay. Whoops. Keep hitting super by accident. Ha, interesting. Even then, though, it doesn't... That doesn't connect, so I gotta find another way into it. Do I just need it off a fully charged fireball? Nah, interesting. Go, Ponton. Interesting. Is this UFE? I honestly, that's not the feel that I get, which is, hey, good. Okay. So just my ground bounce. Ooh. That was a snappy restand. Three hits in a combo and her heavy attacks is what charges it. Interesting. All right. I don't even think it's... I'm full now. It's... Oh, I think it's just... right? It's 3 lights. 2 mediums. And 1.5 heavies. Okay. God, damage is wild. He can't even jump cancel that. All right. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be together. Oh, it 100% would have to be heavily edited. Yeah, absolutely. I can maybe feel, like, see a bit of it in, like, the knockdown physics and stuff. But yeah, this is not your... Oh, that knocks up really high. So that's our heavy. Yeah, so, I mean, that's funny. The restand is hella funny. Just... ABC works. But it doesn't off of that. Interesting. Alright. And then can you not... Can't restand with the medium. But you can do that. You can just skip the heavy and go into special. There's, it's funny, it's not letting me go into my forward special, right? Out of the string? It forces... It forces the fireball. I guess it's an input priority thing? UFE is not... It's not bad, right? Like, I think the biggest problem with UFE is honestly, I think, the easy connection a lot of people make to shovelware. People who are making shovelware fighting games will use UFE. That does not mean if you're using UFE, you're making shovelware. But it's hard to disentangle that as someone who just sees these games. If you see that same meter UI, if you see that same kind of ground bounce, a lot of people's brains just go, nah. I do love the jump heavy, like... Ooh, right, okay, and then there's that, which... Okay, so if you have a charge... You just need one? No, I guess you need to be charge level 2. Oh, maybe I just need to pick them up high enough, because... That's so funny. Why am I sometimes getting it, but sometimes not? Yeah, it must just be a height thing. Because that worked. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Bonton, no, Fantasy Strike is all UFE as well. And honestly, Fantasy Strike does a really good job of kind of hiding its UFE roots as well. But, like, I know Fantasy Strike so well, and that's why when I play a game and I feel a UFE ground bounce, it's because I'm so familiar with the Fantasy Strike one. And Fantasy Strike's ground bounce is very, very close to the core UFE ground bounce. So it's like, every time I see that, it's like, it just pings in my head that it's UFE, right? Yeah, people are doing wonderful stuff with UFE. Well, and this is the reality of it. People are doing wonderful stuff with every kind of engine. People are doing wonderful stuff with Mugen and Ikemen and 2D Fighter Maker and, like, Game Maker and Castang, right? So, like, every engine is going to have its limitations and its strengths and its weaknesses. And there's definitely, like, UFE has its share, but one of its core strengths is, I think, it's ease of usability and accessibility in that way, right? Okay. Whoa! Let's try some combo trials. Okay. Wait, that didn't count? Is that not it? Huh? Is there actually a third one? There is. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Power Rangers used UFU for its early concept. I never heard of that. That's super interesting. Okay, that's totally it. Get my meter back. All right. So it wasn't the something. Yeah. Okay, so that's their A, B, and D next challenge. So okay, it's working now. Okay, it just wasn't working for that one. There must be something borked. Yeah, into super. Oh, really? Okay, is that the way into it? It's just like sweep into down special. Was I not inputting heavy before the super? Was I just dropping that J? Okay. What do I know? Okay, and then jump. Into that. All right. So we figured out the B&Bs for justice. Oh, SC, down seat, launch, jump up into the regular combo. Okay. Yeah, it's super launch, link. Oh, shit. Can you just catch them in their landing frames for a fucking restand all the time? I love that shit. Oh my god. Hook it to my veins. Hook it to my veins. Yo. I love that shit. Okay. Oh, I missed the medium. That's unfortunate. There we go. That's so sick. I love me a good restand. Can't remember what game it was. There was some game I was playing that a bunch of us found some cool restand combos, and the dev was just like, nah, don't like that. We're just like, erase. They were like, I was trying to program around the restands. So it forced them to go in and change it. Delightful. Okay. Yo, we've been at this for just about an hour now. I'm gonna remind your friends. Check out the Discord. A bunch of us hang out there. We do really cool stuff in there. We have a great community brewing. Also, go on and download Magical Rapture. It does have an online mode. I am going to be booting that up when I get back. I would love to play some matches with y'all. So let's go do that. I'm gonna grab myself a drink, take a little stretch break. I'm an old man here. I gotta take care of my back. Y'all should too. We'll be right back, my friends. Grab yourselves a drink and a snack. We'll see you for more Niche Fighter Monday in just a minute. No! What side is it on? What? I'm sorry. Is that because I crossed them under? Yep. Okay, wake up super. I know. I haven't been respecting it. It's fine. I'm sorry. What the fuck just happened? He's got the fucking gill super? Okay, so... I mean, that's still pretty vicious, just getting thrown in there. If I do overhead, back... And a raw super for you, sir. Yo! That's beautiful. All right. Lily the Dealer? Wait a second. I think I knew her in high school. Oh, I missed it. How did I whip it?
Full screen super.
That was an overhead? Please, no, not like this.
No! The dodge back. Alright.
Yo, you almost waged that comeback. Holy hell.
Okay, it's...
Oh, the lariat?
Yo,
There you
Got him
go.
with the shining finger.
I'm just gonna
this
call it right
hand,
now.
it glows with an awesome power.
I think Rolo is gonna get a poster with
Burning grip.
Right. I have actually have a master grade G Gundam gunflow on my shelf.
Yo, word
oh shit.
up.
Yeah.
The only master grade on
Yo!
They are super.
Finally
Yeah,
get to
that
see it.
So much damage.
Alright, this is what we're doing now. Yo, That's funny. I don't think you were supposed to be able to burst that. What is up, everybody? We are back. Happy Niche Fighter Monday. I am down for some magical girl fighting games. Let's do this. And surprisingly, it's not Sailor Moon S today. There are more magical girl fighting games. Actually, yo, wait, before we get into this, Andrea Demetrio wrote a lovely article, has written many lovely articles about a ton of fantastic niche fighting games, which you need to go check out. They wrote one about this very game, and also in it mentioned a couple others, like Mahou Sensu Magica Domain, which is a super sick game that came out from Noisy Chain out of the April Game Jam. I want to see more of these kinds of games. But I see, Aria, I see you quarter up. And I would love to play some matches. Region best? Random match. Hopefully, we can get some of y'all in here. Otherwise, I will just go beat heads against the CPU, of course, but... I was figuring the queue might just work better, but... Post-game... NFM, Niche Fighter Monday. Let's try it that way. NFM for Niche Fighter Monday, my friends. Let's see if we can't get this up and running. But yeah, yo, I have been in the headspace of thinking about a lot more closely about how fighting games handle certain systems, right? Like, it is different looking at a game from the perspective of a player versus a designer, right? And I've been thinking a lot about meter systems and how super meter and gauge is used, right? And I was trying to think, like, what are some of the weirdest, like, wonkiest, atypical meter systems that you can think of, right? Like, as a rule, right? Bar is... I mean, Aria, you can, if you wanted to start a match, I will try to search for you. Let's try it that way. Just let me know what you name it. But like, right, meter in fighting games, generally it's like, you punch someone and you get a little bit of meter along with it. You get hit or block and you get a little bit of meter, right? Maybe there's two types of meter that maybe one of them's more offensive driven and one of them's more defensive driven. So like you block, you get meter in one, you attack, you get meter in the other. Could not join match. Well, that's unfortunate. Right, some other fighting games, though, they'll let you build meter used by, like, running forward, right? Like the offensive bonus from Arc Sys style games. But, like, I don't know, what are some pretty unique meter systems that you folks have come across in games? Yo, Crow, yeah, okay, you get most of your meter in Giant Grand by breaking throws. So, like, right? It's interesting. The, okay, I'm gonna go back to the queue, and let's try that for a second while we chat. Yeah, Sega Amusement made some interesting choices with a lot of their games, I think. Especially the 3D Fighter era. They did some funky stuff. I mean, yeah, Warthog, I've always praised Murphite's meter system, right? The Pop Gen system, which is kind of like, not only can you, there are meter bubbles which you need to collect on top of your traditional meter gain, and then gaining a bar of meter gives you a gem which allows you to dash cancel moves, right? Like, and even just like dash cancel and neutral, and you can use it as like a hyper jump or something. Super fascinating, right? And really well intertwined. Yeah, Murphites was always really cool. Yeah. PSVR with the pickup bubbles and being able to shed it by taunting. Yeah, same here. It also won't let me change the region. If you press space... Oh, no, I'm in Turkey. Okay. Australia. Canada. USA East. All right, let's go with USA East. Connect, room match, host, NFM, create. Let's try this. So yeah, you can hover over the best option, and if you hit the space bar and use WASD on your keyboard, you can actually change the region. Yo, let's go. All right, I have not tried these other characters. Oh, man. Let's give this a go. Hajime no Ippo has a shared meter? Oh, man, shared meters, tug of war meters, those are so cool, Tauntaun. Oh, big counter hit. Okay, so he has like step dashes basically, not a run like the other characters. So he's a zoner, right? So yeah, I should be doing stuff like that. He's got to walk forward, come at me, brah. Does he also have a card meter like the the other girl has the scythe? I do. Okay, dash forward super. Yeah. I want to see what this does. Right? No throws. I just tried to walk forward and throw with forward Harvey. Oh, man. Yeah, you think it's cute, Hayama, but definitely needs some work. I mean, that's fair. It's a demo for a reason, right? It looks slick. I like the concept. Like, yeah. I like the character designs. It's kind of sick that they're just like, nah, man, we're just gonna go hella offensive, right? No throws is a choice. Oh, okay. That was a burst. Oh. Just get blown up. Oh. I can just... What does my snapping fingers do? Now I need to know. When you have card levels and it's a full screen homing attack, okay. And how do you build card? Is it similar to the Scythe Girl, where it's just like damage dealt? Oops. Is it? Oh, it's hitting with your card specials, isn't it? Holy heck, that is like instant too, man. We're like hit scan weapons here. All right. What is... I have a dive kick, don't I? Is it... Maybe not. Oh, almost. There we go. Got her with the overhead. Oh, and it's got to hit, not just be blocked. All right. Yeah, just and knocks them out of the air for like a hard knockdown too. That's hella cool. Oh, too slow. Yeah, it's a little jumpy, it's a little rollbacky, but we're good. Okay, light and magic is the burst, which I keep actually kind of doing by accident. So, and I think it's 100 bar is what it takes. Just want to walk forward, throw, man. You're building them via both 5M and 4M, the flip kick thing. Alright. there a way? I just want to... Hang on. Oh, man. I just wanted to swap characters. Let's try that one again. Okay, so no backing out to character select. Oh, dear Lord. All right. Hello. Oh, we high flying, man. I'm told there are, like, no... Yeah, okay, there is some defensive options, because you do have burst. Yo, what is this? Area of effect? Alright. Nope, I got hit again. Oh! Yo, so speedy. Ah! Okay, what do I need to fly in with? Is it medium? Maybe? There we go. Okay, okay. Okay. So medium if you want to reach like full screen. But if you want to stop short. Granted, that basically both sets you full fucking screen. Do I have to hit your duders? Is that what I have to do? Oh shit. Good stuff. I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down, JT. Yeah, the DJ character is freaking hilarious. And they're called, like, the tricky character, right? So... yeah. I gotta... The rollback's not helping in terms of being able to confirm an actual combo, but, you know. It is what it is. 100 ping is gonna be like that. I just gotta always believe. Always believe that I'm actually gonna land the combo. I think that'll help. I see what Andrea was talking about, though, about this game being offensive and having very little defensive options. Like, yeah, once you get your stuff going, you're like, oh man, it's a small gap to get out of there if you're not bursting. There we go. Yeah, okay, I was worried for a second that was actually gonna kill me. Wait! Oh, god damn it! Okay, that was messed up, man. Yeah, yeah, where's my other fucking special, dude? One of these days, we're gonna have matches in these niche fighters that aren't at 100+ ping. I swear it, guys. What's negative? That's all I want to know. It doesn't feel like much of anything is, right? Good answer. I will say that is something that's really frustrating to me. I don't know, man. What are y'all thoughts on that? Like, stubby ass lights, which are the only thing that you're going to be able to realistically punish something with, because there's only ever a few frames of recovery, right? Like, really hyper fast games. I'm like, it's so annoying, right? It's like, because even when you do manage to read them being negative, right? When you recognize it's your turn, your reachable buttons aren't fast enough, and your fast buttons aren't far enough, right? And I think, and like the fewer, right, the fewer defensive options you have in that situation, like when your option is, right, there's no push block here, your option is hit the button when they're negative, or burst, right? But outside of like special situations like that. So yeah, that's something that, like, yeah, they have to have, like, right, that forward moving attack. If I block it, I'm pretty sure I'm good, because I can at least, they're right in my face, right? Nice. Yeah, that almost killed me again, man. Like, but even that. Yeah, like, that's kind of wild, right? Nice. Yeah, no, they've done, like, it's still, there's still the UFE in there, right, Ponton? But, yeah, no, they've done a really good job of hiding a lot of it. I think, I mean, in fairness, a lot of this is literally 100 ping, right? It also makes it harder to punish when, like, half of your startup and recovery frames start disappearing, so... But I do think there's some of the hit stun stuff, some of the proration stuff feels kind of UFE-y. Yeah, I would say that's my one big note right now, is I'm like... Literally, the pace of hitting buttons feels too fast to me. And I feel like I'm going too fast for my own good, and it's still too slow. Like, none of that combos, right? Like, that's what's insane to me. It's like, I'm not pressing these buttons slowly, but none of that actually comboed. Okay, I got an ABC that time. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. There was a little bit of discussion for a while about, like, games designed for the world of online play, right? Like, where fighting game design used to be focused on, hey, you're probably playing this in the arcade, and then it moved to, hey, you're probably playing this at home, and now, hey, you're probably playing this online. And I think fighting game devs have made some choices along the way that account for that kind of stuff. Right? There is less of a difference between offline and online play if you have a built-in, say, delay of, 7 or 8 frames. GG's, JT. GG's. So I think those are some rights. Like, some of those choices have been made. And I think this is kind of it, where it's like, oh, if I'm playing this in above 80 ping, suddenly the whatever 3 to 5 frame window of recovery goes from being fast to being unreadable, right? So it's like, do you just say, hey, right? Like, if you're playing online and that's the ping and that's how the rollback is working, tough noogies, that's what you deal with. And because, like, yeah, that can end up being a very frustrating experience, whereas the game itself offline is not that way, right? But I think this is just on the edge, right? Where it's like they've pushed so far into the fast, frantic, fairly small windows that, like, yeah, it's difficult to parse as soon as online infrastructure isn't ideal, basically. The character's hella funny, man. No, like, and this is it, like, the game cool. I think as Hayama said earlier, it has some, like, it has some work that needs to be done on it, for sure. But, like, you get the fast zipping around, you get, like, the magical girl vibe, like, the aesthetic is spot on. That's interesting, Poton, you're saying, they're looking at the code and see how little has changed there. Interesting. Yeah, no, and this is it, right? Like, you hit a point where you're like, oh, we have our aesthetic down, we have our characters down, we have our core systems, right? Like, let's get this out there. But yeah, man, there is that line between, like, fast and slippery and unwieldy, and it's a thin line. I'd be interested in playing more of these matches against folks offline to see kind of what the vibe is, right? And how it plays. I might head in and see if I can face some CPUs, just see what's up. Because, like, it just immediately, right? Like, yeah, this works in a way offline that it doesn't online. Oh, you're spending all your bar. All right. This track sounds familiar for some reason. Oh, okay, that might whiff on stance. Oh, that might make a little more sense. I was gonna say, this CPU loves a good burst. So much they're gonna burst into burst. Yeah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense though. If my stand light whiffs on this little duders, that makes a little bit more sense. Again with the bursts. Yeah. No, and that's fair. You know what? I think that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. Is I'm like, no, this is too fast-paced for my liking. It's funny. Like I like how things feel. I'm like, just dude. Like if I had 6 more frames of startup and a little bit more space between needing to press attacks. Oh God, what was it? There's some other. Yo, it is very Anamanaguchi. Oh, snap, Aria. No, I was playing something else recently that also had where I was just like, I'm just like, I was like, oh, the game's interesting. I have no interest in pressing buttons that fast. Like, even as, like I said, as a Marvel player. I mean, granted, like I struggle with the pace of inputs required from like dial combos in Mortal Kombat. Those have always been like just a little too fast for me to do naturally, right? Yeah, this is hella Anamanaguchi. Oh man, you know, no, that is where my brain was going. That's so funny. And like early Anamanaguchi. Big girl counters. Yeah, okay, I can see myself getting into Nozomi here. I really just want to figure out a way into that, her back special. Right, which outside of Super, I guess. Oh. Why? I don't need 200 bar for her, do I? Oh, fuck. Yo, Hayama, take it easy. Always good having you by here, my friend. Hope you have a lovely day. God, it is 200 bar. Alright. Alright, I didn't actually clock that when we were playing. Yeah, you can't really combo into it from that, right? So, yeah, that's what I figured. But, like, it would be really nice. Because, like, otherwise, like, that's just, what, big read, big punish kind of thing? Maybe off counter hit? It would kind of be nice if even, like, the, whatchamacallit, when you use the boosted scythe on it, if you got at least better, right? Because that costs 2, and I feel like you don't get better startup. You might get better recovery. Using the 2D custom hitboxes would feel 100 being that was the last part of UFE you helped design. Aw, how lovely. Yeah, it's an Eno stroke type move. I guess. I see it. Interesting. Yo, the cross under jab that restands, that is so funky. I mean, honestly, it could also be like a chiptune rendition of Jimmy Eat World or something, like a Jimmy Eat World song or something, so... Does he just have infinite air actions? What the hell was he doing? Nope, no bar. Alright, I gotta watch for that. Yeah, I guess his air dash is fast enough, and you just have, like, unlimited air actions. That's kind of wild. Oh yeah, by the by, you can air dash infinitely in this game. I mean, I guess people's air dashes are so huge, it doesn't really, like, matter. It's usually one will cover everything. But yeah, for him, like... Alright, yo, this... Game be super sick. Like, this is... It's fun. It's fun to push buttons. I mean, like, look, if you like an aggressive game, you will probably like this. I will say, yeah, though, that is kind of where I'm at, where I'm just like, too fast. And, like, I'll adjust, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Much like I got used to the pace of buttons in Marvel, and I got used to the pace of buttons in Scramble Heart City, or whatever the case may be. It is, I think, at a baseline, too fast for my comfort. And I wonder how many other folks kind of feel the same way, right? Like, how much of the issue with, like, people getting into a game like Marvel revolves around the speed of the button inputs, as opposed to even the number or the complexity of them, right? Because, like, that's it. Like, you look at a Marvel Magic Series combo, and it's ABC, launch. ABC, launch. Right? Like, that's the core of it. Like, there's not much to it. Like, people do way more complex things in Assassin's Creed just climbing a building. So, it's not the difficulty and the complexity therein, right? But I think it's a bit the pace of play. Whereas, like, you're holding run in Assassin's Creed while you're doing something else, and you get to a wall and you hold another button, and then you just direct, right? Which is, I think that process is easier on people's brains, even though it might actually be more complex than ABC launch. Yes, that's it. The button cancel windows are far too narrow. I think the amount of hit stun is probably actually fine. Like, seriously, like, the amount of hit stun is probably fine if it wasn't that the startup requirements were so great, right? Like, it's... like, I think you could probably shift how that works and, like, how you... like, manage your frame data there and give it a much... keep the speed while giving it a better feel and flow in terms of pressing those buttons, right? Well, and it's always my question. So, like, what is the point of having these weird, narrow windows if everything else is gonna be... you're just doing ABC, right? Like, if the point is that it should be an easy chain, why does it become difficult because of the narrow windows, right? Like, I just, it seems counterintuitive to me to have that put in place like that. I'm curious what the thought behind that is, right? Because it's so okay. So what is rad to you there, Mohas? Like, because I'm not saying that pressing buttons fast isn't rad. But like, yeah, but like, I don't know, like, not being able to press the buttons that fast is also not rad. So, and it might just come down to literally that's the way the developers like to push their buttons, right? I mean, like that like, and fair enough, right? Like, and I'm not saying change it. Yeah, just saying that might be the reasoning. Okay, fair enough, right? And yeah, like, I'm not saying that this is something that necessarily needs to be changed, right? But just like walking through my thought process of, and I think this is a good thing for everyone to do when they're playing a fighting game. Like, what makes this appeal to me? What makes this my kind of game versus what makes this a game that I bounce off of, right? Like, that's good to just kind of know about yourself to when you're going into shit. Well, that's it. It would be rather to be able to confirm off the animation, and for sure, like, and that's kind of my thing where I'm like, there is, and this is going to be different for everyone, but like for me, there's this sweet spot between the pace at which I'm pressing buttons and the ability to react, right? And it's like if you push one of those things too far in one direction, the other one becomes much more difficult, and it's just it can become a frustrating experience, right? And not the good kind of challenge frustration, but just a, right, like literally, I mean, I think for some of these games, it is just uncomfortable, right? It just becomes uncomfortable for me. So even if I would enjoy it otherwise, right, it's not there. So, and yeah, I think being able to confirm off the animations would be great. And I wonder, like, what is the kind of impetus behind this kind of game, and what is the developers' kind of preferred mode, right? Because for sure, some folks are just gonna want to be able to, like, it doesn't matter, right? Because like there's this, once again, talking about that thin line, right? Where it's like, what is the line between pressing buttons really fast and then just mashing? Right? Like, I feel like this is one of those things where they're like, okay, what if I'm just rolling my face against the controller and pull it back so that I have to be more intentional than that, but not by much. Like, it very much feels like I'm about to fall off the rails. Yeah, Kastang does have a built-in camera shake function. It does have some camera shake on by default. It's there it's somewhere in the physics states. No, but this is really fun to mess around in. I would definitely like to see this kind of be refined and maybe reined in a little. But you know what? Like, listen, look, I would like to know what you all think about this game. So go check out the demo. It's available on Steam. Play it, try it. Where does this fit in for you folks in terms of, is this too fast of a fighter? Either in neutral, either in kind of like combo flow. How does it work for you guys, like, in your brain, online versus offline? I think there's some interesting, right? Like, there's some interesting questions to ask about, like, where do fighting games really have their strengths? And I think you would talk to some people who say the more slow and methodical Street Fighter 4-ish stuff is definitely where fighting games have their strengths. Other people would look at Marvel and say, that's where the strengths lie, right? I'd be interested to know where people kind of fall on that scale of the grounded footsies to the, like, hyper fighter, right? Yeah, sort some of the jank out, for sure, for sure. I love me some good jank, but I would also like some maybe consistency, some consistent jank. But like so many aspects of the game's field really do feel great. Like when you land a combo and the string comes out like you expect it to, that shit all flows, right? A refined palette of jank. What more could we ask for? Like, air dashing button across the entirety of the goddamn screen feels really good. Like that, like, and that's it, right? So it's like I think the paces of the match and the pace of neutral is not something that I actually have an issue with. For me, it's literally the button presses, right? But yeah, no, it's like so much of the rest of it feels great. But there is some things like I think I wonder, I don't know if this is a UFE thing specifically, but like chaining from standing normals into crouching normals feels kind of stilted in a lot of UFE games. I don't know if that's something to do with the engine, or if that was just more of a choice that these folks made. But like some of those things would be great. So there's some weirdness where I'm like, sometimes you can do button into directional special and it works fine, and the button into directional specials get locked out and you get neutral special instead. And so like some of that, I think the input parsing and stuff like that could have, and honestly, like that is the stuff that for me in the end where I'm like, yo, if the pace of play is too fast for me, that's fine. But those are the things that I think really should be worked on, and in terms of like making sure that for the people who's like, no, this is my kind of game, that it works really great for them. I just don't see I don't see why some of those specials will be getting locked out, other than an input parsing thing that just hasn't been overcome. And this is kind of the best solution right now, which also makes a lot of sense. But yeah, let's refine the palette of jank. That's a great way to go about it. Great way to say it, J. Cole. All right, guys, gals, non-binary pals. It has been a long week. I am gonna go hang out with the doggo and relax, and maybe get some dinner ready for me and Mrs. Maigcal for when she gets off work. Calling a little bit early, but thank you for coming to check out the Magical Rapture with your magical boy. Calling it for the day, my friends. Be kind to yourselves out there, everyone. Be kind to each other. Don't forget to check out some awesome people here and spend your Bezos bucks, man. If you don't drop those Prime subs, if you have them, if you don't drop them here, drop them somewhere else. Give them to Mohas, give them to That Punk, give them to Joe P. Real, or all of the other fantastic streamers that are out there doing things on Twitch, because it sucks. It's yo, dude, making artwork can be difficult and hard. So make sure you're supporting the artist wherever you can, my friends. We all got to do our parts. Until next time, everyone. Take care. I will see you next Monday in the digital basement. Adios.